Hey guys, welcome back to the LFRs. Today we're going to talk about a game that happened, the recent game that happened. The game that Toronto faced against Montreal, lost for the Leafs 2-1 against the Canadiens, but which I think the Leafs played very well. Their offense and the defense. Defense, I mean goaltending and defense. Because if it wasn't for the defense and the goaltending, the game would have been an easy 4 or maybe 5-1, maybe 5-3 if their offense was really good. But, yeah. Leafs had a numerous amount of chances, and the key player to look out in this game was William Nylander. So many chances, he's creating all of them. He early in the first period, Nylander with Austin Matthews enters the zone. Nylander shoots, crossbar. Hits the crossbar, and well, we're still tied, 0-0. Now, second period, that's when the Canadiens score. Alex Galchenyuk, you can't really blame the goal on Anderson or the defense. No one really saw him. But the offensive play that's made is really, really well executed. So you can't really blame anyone on that. Except maybe like the guy who was on the right wing, right? Maybe you should have saw his man, covered him or something. But what can you do? A goal's a goal. But before then, Montreal had a bunch of chances. One included Galchenyuk, again, entering the zone. I think it was pretty much a breakaway almost, right? He takes a shot, but what happens is it goes up. It goes up because Morgan Riley puts his stick in, and when he takes a shot, it bounces off his stick, and it goes over Anderson. So if he shot it, I don't think Anderson would have been able to save that. Right? Another chance, when puck is behind Anderson, you have two people charging in from the Montreal side, and Nikita Zaitsev gets the puck out, and Anderson manages to cover up. Another one goal if Nikita Zaitsev did not get the puck to Anderson. Another possibility, he could have scored in his own net, which, let's hope, like, that never happens. But yeah. Now, the goal that was scored, a power play goal in the second period by Nazem Kadri, was, in my opinion, Nylander. Nylander played really well. Again, I'm going to mention this a lot in this video and throughout the season. He's a really, really dynamic player. He's a playmaker. He's very good. He took a bunch of shots. It didn't work, right? On the power play. Nylander to Kadri. It's a tip-in that gets past Carey Price, and it's the only goal that gets past Carey Price in this game. Now keep in mind, Carey Price is not the guy, not the type of goalie that you're gonna get shots by when you just slap shot it or take a shot in, right? And if you do manage to get the shot by Carey Price, you're gonna get unlucky and you're gonna hit the crossbar, or you're gonna miss the net or something like that, right? So that's literally what's gonna happen. But tip-ins usually are deflection. They usually get past goalies like Carey Price because they literally change the movement of the puck in a second, right? And it's really hard for goalies to make that adjustment. There are very few goalies who make that adjustment, and let me tell you, one of those goalies is not Carey Price. And that's the one that gets passed on the power play, set up by Nylander beautifully. We got a game 1-1. Halfway through the third period. 4-on-3 power play for Montreal. Weber at the point, and we know that he's got the hardest slap shot in the entire league. And his slap shot is the one that gets past Anderson. And now, later, the Leafs get a chance to tie it up. Oh my god. Price completely robs Connor Carrick. Remember how I said tip-ins are the only things that get past goalies like Carey Price? This proves it. Set up beautifully, just like the Weber goal. Except the shot maybe not as fast, maybe not as hard. But It was set up so well, and Carey Price literally robs Connor Carrick. Wow. Last dying seconds of the third period, Connor Carrick set up once again, and he misses it. And the Leafs lose to the Montreal Canadiens 2-1. Even though, in my opinion, they played really well compared to the other teams that lost against the Canadiens. Right? Now, the next game that's going to be played, that the Leafs are going to play, I believe... Let me check 1 second. Okay, so they'll play the Islanders. They'll play the Islanders tomorrow or today, right? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a prediction. Now I'm starting this video. Prediction of what I think will happen in this game. Now, like, we can clearly see that the Leafs are going up against a team which is very good. Like, they have a lot of good players. New York Islanders, they're obviously very good. Now, in my opinion, though, the New York Islanders, they got off to a pretty good start this season. But we don't know for sure that, like, you know, if the Leafs keep up what they've been doing for the past, like, you know, for this game and the game before that they won against the Panthers, right? So if they do that, you can really see that, you know what, they might win. But right now what we have is the Islanders' record is 3-5-0. What is the Leafs record? The Leafs record currently is currently 2-3-3. Now, you tell me, what is the better record here? In the last 8 games, the Leafs record is 2-3-3, but the Islanders record is 3-5-0. Meaning, the Islanders have never lost in overtime. But the Leafs, all their losses have come through regulation. Technically speaking, if you look at points, I'm pretty sure the Leafs are on top, because each overtime loss gives you 1 point. And the Islanders have won 3 times, and no overtime losses, meaning they have 6 points. And the Leafs, they lost in overtime 3 times, that gives them 3 points right there, and 4 points from 2 wins. So that's 7 points. So technically speaking, through points, the Leafs have won more than the Islanders. But that doesn't mean that they're gonna win, right? Like, it could have been the Islanders faced, like, a lot of really good teams. But it depends on who's playing in net also. Because this is 2 consecutive games, and if Jonas Enroth is going to play, which I'm pretty sure he will, the last game that he played was against Eric Stahl and the Minnesota Wild, I believe, where we lost the first regulation loss, but he looked good in that game. Unless Anderson plays again, which I don't see that happening, especially after, like, he played such a fantastic game here. But I'm pretty sure that if the Leafs play as they played in this game against the Canadiens, they will win. If they don't, then I don't think they're gonna win. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Please like this video and subscribe for more. And I'll see you next time very soon.